Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing another Total War Warhammer 2 Battle Replay. So, guys, High Elves against Vampire Counts, which I've seen is quite a tough one. I've seen it go very badly with the High Elves a lot of times. A lot of it is because Wind of Death is just so surprising all of a sudden. Usually, you know, it used to be you see Mannfred wander off and, you know, to one side, you knew he was going to do it. Now, there's no warning. You can direct the wind spells now, and everyone should run in fear. It's very scary. So that's what I usually see happen. And that really does give them an edge when they've killed half your army with one spell. So anyway, I went with quite just elite units, basically. So, I mean, I say that, I've got Spearmen. So I've got 4 units of Spearmen. 2 units of Loathed Sea Guard, because I did want some archers, but I didn't want them to be archers. They just get bogged down. You know, or killed by Black Knights or something. It just wouldn't be good. So it has to be the Loathed Sea Guard. I didn't go with shields, although it would give them better melee defense. It's more expensive, and I don't necessarily need the missile resist, do I? So it's fine. So also, I've got a noble. I put him on a horse. He's still got the anti-large bonus on a horse, and that's kind of what I want him for. But I want him to be maneuverable, because I want him to have to change targets a lot, because chances are I'm going to be up against a lot of large things, rather than just putting him in, you know, an engagement against the one large thing, like I do with a lot of factions. He's going to have to move around a lot. Also, I have a Lawmaster of Hoeth, because I want that healing, I want that, what's it called, you know, Spirit Leech. He's just got some great tools, honestly. He's got great selection of spells. And, you know, Earthblood is going to be great for keeping these guys in the fight against, you know, potentially hordes of undead. And I have Tyrion. So, Tyrion, he's just so good at killing just huge amounts of fodder with you know, the Sunfang. So, if I can do that, it means it frees up a load of my units if I can just kill swathes of, you know, trash. It'll give me a lot more options if that stuff is dead. Also, he just doesn't die. He is such a trooper. I wouldn't really bring Techless in this situation, I don't think. Not with such a small army. If I had a much wider front line, I'd probably bring Techless, because he'd be safer. But with this, it's not going to be as safe for him. So, yeah, I went with Tyrion, because I knew he can look after himself. I did put him on a horse, though, I believe. Nope, I didn't. I put him on an invisible horse, if anything. No, he's not on a horse. And obviously there's the Star Dragon, right? That's why my army is so small, is because of the Star Dragon. So my opponent here, this was, you know, alright. I was a bit nervous. So there was some Skeleton Spearmen, so obviously some cheap fodder. He's got some zombies and the Tithe as well. But he's also got 2 units of Crypt Horrors. These guys will do great against my Swordmasters. Did I mention the Swordmasters? Yeah, I have Swordmasters. Anyway. Also, he's got Mannfred von Carstein. Great pick. This guy has just Winds of Magic for days, which is fantastic. He's also got a Corpse Cart with Unholy Lodestone, and he's got a Mortis Engine. So the Mortis Engine will obviously just sap my guy. So if he bogs me down with all this cheap stuff, and, you know, keeps my archers from firing, that Mortis Engine can just sit there all day and just, yeah, kill my guys over time. That sort of AoE constant damaging effect is just great. The longer this guy stays alive, the more damage it's going to do. So there's also this. This is what really worried me. Yeah, so Fellbats, you know, great for just tying down my archers. So good call there, I think. Weirdly in sync. I mean, they're bats, so it seems a bit odd that they're all flying like that. Weird. Anyway, he's also got the 2 Terrorgeists. So these guys, anti-large, they have breath attacks now. They're just really good. I think they're fantastic. Poison attacks as well. Armor piercing. These guys are really formidable, the Terrorgeists. I really like them nowadays. A lot of people are bringing them. I'm sure you've you know, come across them. But yeah, they're great. I think they're fantastic. And that is terrifying, because I've got my poor Star Dragon here. If he can just get the bats on these guys and the Terrorgeists can just bully the Star Dragon, I don't know how the Star Dragon's going to survive against 2 Terrorgeists, because Terrorgeists are great. So anyway, let's speed things up and see what happens. So, yeah, so I actually pulled back my archers. I put the Swordmasters in the front line so I can deal with them, and I just want spears here, because anything, you know, any of this stuff that comes down, my spearmen can help a lot. So, obviously, you know, the Loathed Sea Guard, they've got spears too, but I just wanted more spears, because that's scary. Yeah. And I wanted to make sure my dragon was close to my Loathed Sea Guard. So I actually went for them, but they ran away. So I am going to start just shooting his Mortis Engine. I want his Mortis Engine dead, so I'm going to shoot at that instead if they're just going to run away. So if he's going to be scared of my archers, I'm going to use him to shoot something else. So I do actually pull him back again. So yeah, so he's waiting to see what happens. I'm just going to sit here. I've got archers, so it's fine. I mean, I'm actually pulling them back quite a lot to protect him. I'll put him on guard mode now, which is much safer. So anyway, somehow I managed to hit those guys with 4 arrows. But anyway, now I'm going for the Mortis Engine. So you can see, this will do a fair bit of damage. for some reason shooting the wrong thing. Come on, guys, shoot the mortis engine. So there you go, chiseling away his health a bit. So that's nice. So he's got some Cryptoras here, which aren't picking a target yet. So yeah, you can see, doing some good damage. Doing some good early damage. So still waiting for him to engage, really. So he's coming at my archers, so he's going to stop them from shooting the mortis engine, which is clever. That's what these guys are for. And now he starts coming with the Terrorgeists. So I've got to watch out for this. I've still got the 1 unit of spearmen around here, but honestly, nothing on the ground I'm that scared of. Because I've got so much anti-large that, you know, I can hold off this stuff pretty well. I've got high melee defense, it's okay. So he comes in here with the Terrorgeist to try and just deal with these guys, but these are all spearmen. So that's, you know, pretty good for me. So here, I avoid this Terrorgeist for a bit, and I decide, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to get this Terrorgeist, alright? I'm surrounded with spears. It'll be fine. If this guy lands to deal with the Star Dragon, he'll have to deal with the same spearmen. So, so I just start eating them. Over here, the Mortis Engine, I've actually got the Noble and the Lawmaster attacking him. And I think he was busy trying to keep these Terrorgeists in order, that this went really badly for him. So here, like I said, you can deal with a lot of fodder. So I'm soon going to have, you know, Tyrion and these spearmen busy to do, you know, they can do whatever at this point. So that's pretty great. So here, you can see, look, the Terrorgeists are getting wrecked. So they're not in the best position here. They're sort of on top of each other. They're not getting good hits on my Star Dragon, but with all these spearmen here, I'm in great shape. I'm taking almost no damage on my Star Dragon. And this guy's going to be crumbling soon. There you go, crumbling. Crumbling Terrorgeist already. So Mortis Engine got taken out. Oh no, not quite. He's still here. He ran off. But I use a Spirit Lead to finish him off. And there he goes. Now, I've got my 3 heroes fighting Manfred. Manfred is not designed for this kind of fighting. Especially not against Tyrion, a Noble and a Lawmaster. How this is just bad news for Manfred. So, and actually these guys are holding out great against the zombies and the Crypt Horrors. And the Spearmen actually hold out great against Crypt Horrors. I'm very surprised. So here, he does pull one of the Terrorgeists out to try and deal with these guys, to try and help out. Because, yeah, Manfred's crumbling now. There we go, he's dead. So we got there a bit late. He's bringing in the other Terrorgeist. Here, I'm quite happy for these Spearmen to get dealt with by mine. So there's some zombie spawns around, but that's fine. So I lift off here, because I want to get a breath attack out, because I haven't used one of those yet. So we'll see how that goes. So here, you know, I'm bullying these Terrorgeists a bit, but they are actually doing some pretty good damage. You will see they will do a pretty good amount of damage to that Noble, because it is a large target, and these guys are anti-large. And here's that breath attack, and it basically one-shots a corpse guard. And yeah, his leadership goes so badly, he just immediately crumbles. He immediately disintegrates. So that is insane. So yeah, I get some healing here with the Lawmaster. But unfortunately my Noble is running away, which is very sad. But now it's basically just that Terrorgeist. Everything else is crumbling. And also, over here, these Crypt Horrors are still by the trees. He didn't engage with them, which is such a shame. If he'd brought them in to help the Terrorgeists out, I'm sure the Spearman would have messed him up, but he would have had more, you know, things hitting the Star Dragon. He might have been able to do some more damage. You know, the Star Dragon's attention would have been split up between more units. Because I didn't see him use an Invocation in the heck anywhere. But yeah, he needed to protect that Mortis Engine. He just left it sat there. And I almost killed it while it was sat there. It was ages before he moved it, and by then it was low enough for me to be able to Spirit Leech it, which is a real shame. So here, another breath attack to finish off the zombies. Slight overkill, but it's fine. But yeah, the Star Dragon, that breath attack actually replenishes pretty quickly. And here we go, heroic victory. I don't think I've ever had one of these in a multiplayer match. I mean, maybe I have. If I have, I've never really noticed it. But yeah, heroic victory, which is insane. You never see that in multiplayer. And this just proves, like, yeah, vampire counts seem pretty strong at the moment. But yeah, you gotta micro them a lot, actually, you know, to keep them in the fight. Certainly valuable units. But the most surprising thing is those Terrorgeists just got wrecked. They just did not hold up at all. But I mean, they're not armoured, and frankly, that's kind of the weakness of Spearmen. Well, most high elf units. It's the lack of armour piercing, but they don't really need that against the large units of the vampire counts. So if they do dedicate a lot of their resources, just, you know, large units like that, they're gonna be in a world of pain. They're gonna be really they're gonna have a horrible time. So it's pretty interesting to see. You know, it's the high elves can still do it very well, actually. But yeah, no win to death in this battle. But you saw I didn't have a lot of stuff that he could have hit me with. You know, maybe he could have wiped out the Swordmasters if he caught me off guard. But you know, I didn't give him any good lines for him to do that, which is great. And I had some maneuverability on my heroes. Well, certainly my Noble. And that's where I need the most maneuverability, because that anti-large is great. Also, the Star Dragon, you know, a mixture of that breath attack, because that's, you know, that's fire damage. Stuff is weak to fire for the vampire counts. It just does so much damage things like, you know, the chariots and stuff. It's great. So corpse carts, mortis engines, things like that, it'll do great. And also, it can hold its own, even against like the really big armor-piercing anti-large, you know, attacks of the Terrorgeists. It can seriously hold its own. So Star Dragon, love it. I think this might be my new favourite unit, just from this fight. Watching it fight 2 Terrorgeists is just great. So guys, yeah. So obviously not hugely competitive match, this one, but it did really help highlight some things, I feel. So I thought I'd put it up anyway. It's not just for boasting. Anyway, so Tin, thank you for that, and yeah, sorry. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.